You guys all ready? Guys, hold on. You guys ready? Okay, good evening. We're going to call the work session of May 6th to order, and we're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. All right, Mr. Sabosley, if you want to start, please.
Sure, thank you. First on the agenda under Planning and Economic Development is the Midas lot consolidation. Olympus Energy has recently proposed improvements to their existing Midas well pad on Coxcomb Hill Road. These improvements include a consolidation of two parcels. Last month, Council accepted this plan as complete. We are recommending that Council approve this plan at the meeting, contingent upon any items that are outstanding with KU Resources. However, I'll tell you, last month they were very close at that meeting to having everything taken care of. So I would imagine at this point that things are taken care of. So agenda item would be to approve the consolidation plan.
Okay, anybody have any questions or discussion? Okay.
Item number 2 under Planning and Economic Development, Gamma Sports Lot Consolidation Plan. This is down on Sheena Drive off of Davidson Road. Pugliano has a subdivision on that roadway. Gentleman, Joe Fischetti, actually is looking to build a 27,000 square foot building on the lot. The building is such that there's not enough parking on that one lot, so there are 2 lots that are being purchased for the construction of this plan. Right now, the item before you is just to accept the consolidation plan for this. Certainly, even after this is approved, we have land development that'll be coming before you. So the request tonight is simply to accept the consolidation plan for Gamma Sports as complete.
Okay, any questions or discussion? Okay, agenda item.
Item number 3 under Planning and Economic Development. We've all talked in the last few months about the Old Borough building and what's going to happen to that site. Planning and Economic Development Committee has met about this. We're trying to put together some sort of public-private partnership, P3, for this. I'm recommending to council that we reach out to the DCED. They offer free technical assistance for items such as this. But just to make that request, we have to have council approve it by motion. They'll assign a peer consultant to us at no cost, who's been through something like this before, and I think it'll help us move the project forward a lot quicker.
Discussion, questions? Okay, agenda item.
Item number 4 under Planning and Economic Development. Turtle Valley COG has reached out to us asking for a letter of support concerning the pending sale of U.S. Steel. You know, the county has talked to all the COGs about requesting letters here. Certainly with the pending sale of U.S. Steel, the worry is about the outdated facilities that exist in our area. So they're asking for a letter that would request that the purchaser of these facilities upgrade them so that jobs in the area are protected with a modernized facility.
Okay, so that will be a letter from Plum Council or Plum Boro?
Plum Council, yes.
Okay, any questions, discussion? Okay, agenda item.
Personnel and management. There are 3 items that are all executive session items. The first item concerns an administrative job description. The second item, actually there's 2 in this area, 2 potential new hires. And the third one is a personnel issue related to the tax collector. Okay, next, excuse me. Under public safety, there's one item there. At our meeting last month, council authorized the police department to move ahead with supervisor testing as part of their internal promotional structure. The Borough Code and the Sunshine Act require that we advertise this testing. Even though it's our own internal testing, it doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense, that we have to provide public notice as defined by the Borough Code for this item.
Questions, discussion? Okay, agenda item.
Item under Parks and Recreation Greenways Trail Grant. So every year the borough submits an application for a Greenways Trails Grant for our parks. I don't have the items for you tonight. I need to talk with Skip about a few of these issues. But as an agenda item, all we need to really do is approve a resolution with a request coming forward. We have been working with our recreation engineers about some upgrades to Renton softball field. And there are a few other items, but nothing we can't get done before the end of the month once we figure out what we're going to do there. The study I talked about with Renton baseball field or softball field, there's a whole lot you can do there. You can do it in, that we looked at improvements there, and it could be hundreds of thousands of dollars. We just have to figure out how to phase those improvements as such that we attack this a little bit year by year.
Questions, discussion?
I have a question. Are these grants matching grants, or are they just?
So, yeah, Greenways Trails probably has a 15% matching. Some of the other ones, the DCED ones usually are dollar for dollar. But we used this same program for phases 1, 2, and 3 at Renton Park for the basketball court, pickleball court, and the other improvements there.
We would need some money then.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Good check.
We do.
Any further questions or discussion? Okay, agenda item.
Finance, we have 3 items. The first item under finance is a request from, through the tax collector, 409 Prescow Drive. The resident there stated he did not receive a real estate tax bill in 2021 for interim taxes. The tax collector, our real estate tax collector, cannot verify whether he did or did not receive this documentation. The resident is asking for the penalty and interest and lien fees to be waived, a total of $133, and he'll pay the original tax amount.
Questions, comments, discussion? Okay, agenda item.
So we actually have 2 of these requests in 1 month, which is a little unusual. The current owner of 9824 Salzburg Road is refinancing, selling or refinancing the property. In the process of getting a tax certification through our real estate tax collector, a record came up from 2001 that real estate taxes had not been paid. The people who are doing the refinancing right now or selling had purchased the house in 2015. When they purchased the house at that time, this record did not come up. For some reason, it's coming up now. So the owner is requesting that these taxes from 2001 be waived for a total of $189.13.
Is that the fees or the taxes?
That would be everything: taxes, fees, penalty, interest.
So we're just looking to get to, not to have them pay the penalty.
No, they want everything waived.
Oh.
And the whole thing is only $189?
Yes.
Yes.
Seems like it should be a lot more.
Actually,
When you look at the millage rate back in 2001, you get a difference.
there's tax cert.
$77.
Well, it's their number, right? They gave you the number.
The tax collector gave me the number, correct. I have the tax certification right here.
So between 1 and 2, we have differences. Number 1, they just want the penalties waived.
That is correct.
The second one, they want the entire amount waived,
That is correct.
Which includes principal.
which includes principal.
So in this case, the principal is $77.99. Interest and penalty is the difference. It takes it up to $189.13.
So, did you ever have any of these cases before when you were in the tax office?
These kind of things. Not one that went this long, no, and it's because this county, we had a paper system back then, and the change order came in much later, so I don't know what happened.
So should the principal be kept?
That's up to you, if you wanna keep the principal and waive penalty and interest, I think that's fair.
Any input from anyone?
I agree with Harry. I think,
I mean, they're getting off light.
All you have to do is make this an agenda item or not. That's,
Okay.
you know.
All right, agenda item? Okay.
Item number 3 under finance, Precision Copy Products Agreement. If you look in your folder, you'll see that our IT director, Jason Mugley, provided you with a long, drawn-out explanation of what's going on there. Hopefully, I can just give you the Reader's Digest version of that. So right now, we're under a lease agreement with Ford Business System for printers, copiers at this building, DPW, Al Francie, and the Plum Library. Currently, we're paying $28.22 a month. Our lease goes through 2025. What we are proposing is that we sign a lease agreement with Precision Copy Products. They're going to buy out our lease and provide us with brand new machines at a savings of $200 a month. In addition to that, our Pitney Bowes machine is coming to end of life. And we cannot, I think as of July 1st, we won't be able to add money to it. As of December 31st, we won't be able to use it. So the United States Post Office is sort of, not allowing you to use that machine. As part of this lease agreement, we're also going to get a new mail machine. So not only will we save $200 a month, we'll get a new piece of equipment that will sort of solve the mail problem that we have.
that's a good solution. How long is that lease?
That's what I was just gonna ask.
4 or 5 years. So right here, I know Jason showed that it's an annual savings, it's 5 years, annual savings $2,400 a year, so over 5 years, it's a $12,000 savings.
So it'll be a 5-year contract.
Yes.
Okay,
So that's-
Questions, discussion? Okay, agenda.
Roads, equipment, and ground. Avers Creek Road Culvert Bid Award. So we've been looking with our engineer at a fix to a stormwater problem down on Avers Creek Road near the intersection of Holiday Park. This problem's been ongoing for a number of years. This is a budgeted item for us. We went out to bid on this. We opened the bids last week, and we provided the information in your packet. There were 3 bidders on the project. The low bidder is W.A. Petrakis. But we bid 3 separate contracts. One contract was for base bid for the repairs that we need to make. Contract B was for stream mitigation that needs to be done there. And the third one, working with the authority, there's some water line replacement. So we felt that if we did this contract as one, there would be some savings for all the parties involved, and that we could get this done a lot cheaper for the taxpayers. We have the same clients, our taxpayers. The engineer has recommended that we award all 3 contracts in the amount of $937,809. Our part of that is, do you have that number off the top of your head, Charlie? It's about 600 and some thousand. The water contract is worth $293,645. when you look at what we budgeted, so these are ARPA funds that we're using. The engineer had budgeted or estimated it was going to be about 420,000 plus money for stream mitigation. So the estimate was a bit low, but we do have sufficient funds, ARPA funds, to pay for this project that we've been putting off for 2 and 3 years already. So the recommendation is that council accept all 3 of these contracts with the condition that the authority give us a letter simply pledging the funds to pay for contract C, which is the water line replacement.
Questions, discussion? Okay, agenda item.
Item number 2, under roads, equipments, and ground, watershed restoration and protection program. We are looking to apply for a grant, a CFA grant, for some ponds, some work on some ponds, and actually this is the same application we submitted last year. We were not funded last year, so this would take care of some work in the Cherry Springs housing plan, as well as on the housing plan. Leanne Court, yes, at the bottom of Leanne Court. So we're just asking that council pass a resolution to allow us to submit the grant to the CFA.
Okay, questions, discussion? Okay, agenda item.
Last item is the flood mitigation grant. So I guess it's another grant for stormwater. This grant will allow us to apply for funds up to $500,000. And staff is recommending that we use the O-Block Pond Basin Expansion Project to try and fund that project. You know, right now we're showing costs of $700,000 to $800,000 for that project, which by the time we get out to bid, you know, we're going to be a lot higher. So, Paul, you and I talked about this, I think, offline before, and I think it's prudent that we take the time with this grant as well as another grant later in the year to try and get as much as we can paid for this large-scale project.
Okay, questions, discussion?
I just have a question. Did we receive the permit from the Army Corps of Engineer on this? Is this what you're talking about, adding the retention pond?
Yeah, so Charlie, do you want to answer that question?
Yeah, we do not have the official proof from the Army Corps of Engineers. We have the MPDS, so we can start moving dirt and everything like that, but to actually complete the project, we need the joint permit approval. So we're very close to receiving that.
Did they give you an update?
Yeah, they gave us some comments that we just have to address. It's very minor language in the permit, so
Okay.
it's very close to being received.
Okay.
So Vicki, I'm confident by the, you know, these CFA grants are typically awarded around Labor Day. So this is a 2025 project for us.
Okay.
So I would imagine that item would be taken care of by then.
Absolutely.
Dave, are those grants matching?
I want to say it's about a 15% match. Yeah. Yeah, the CFA grants are pretty generous.
Any more questions? Okay, agenda item. That concludes our agenda for this evening. Motion to adjourn.
Second?
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor? Aye. Motion carries. We're adjourned.